Fire, we like games. We also like films/movies. But why do games make such piss-poor movies? No, seriously, why? Why?
Poor story.
Why? At the end of this podcast, we guarantee we'll have the definitive answer for you. Not actually a guarantee. Welcome to the podcast that's had even more sequels than the Police Academy movies while still maintaining the quality of the original. Not hard considering how we started out. It's episode 9 of Ready Game Fire. Woo! Someone get that woman out of here. She gone?
She gone.
Alright, sweet. I'm your host Chris Fox. With me here is... His name sounds like McNerney, but actually it's McNerney. It's James McNerney.
Alright, guys.
Or Mac.
Yep.
As he'll be known.
New Madonna.
Yeah. The reboot, the Madonna reboot.
Of course.
Is this Madonna's new image?
Maybe.
She's good.
If it's working for her.
Horrible.
Yeah.
She's good, isn't she? He's a man with a face so bland that Connect thought that he was just a balloon on a stick. And making his Ready Game Fire debut, it's James Clements.
Oh, I used to make this man clean toilets.
Or JC.
Oh, how do we feel about that, everyone?
How are you doing? How are you doing?
Don't give any money to Ready Game Fire.
Please give generously. How you doing, James?
Yeah, I'm great. Thanks.
Excellent, man. Sweet. And lastly, we have probably the best gamer whose name rhymes with Strawford. It's Ryan Crawford, or Ryan.
Greetings.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How you doing?
Yeah, well up for it, especially now that shrieking woman's gone.
Yeah.
Bloody
what you
hell.
doing up in here, man?
Bloody hell.
Women.
Chicks. Yeah, this episode of Ready Game Fire is brought to you by Corona Beer. Once again, send us free beer.
I'm surprised you actually thought they'd be listening to your podcast. But
Who's they?
Them.
Corona. The one and only.
Someone who works there must listen.
Refreshing is that?
All I'm going to say is that Corona Beer is like, you know, a walk down a meadow like next to a crisp, babbling brook. It's refreshing whilst remaining light and liquidy.
I hate Corona.
Why?
It's just the same as all the others. And I hate them too.
What do you drink?
Water.
It's time for second-hand news. Yeah, Sony have settled with that hacker who was hacking
really?
up the PS3. Yeah. Do you know what the settlement is?
No,
That he's not allowed to post anything more about hacking. That's it.
Well,
He's banned from buying Sony products as well, apparently. But how far could they have gone with him?
unbelievable.
What, in
paid
every
f-
shop?
Yeah. He's not allowed to buy any Sony product at all. Which, can
How's
you
he
even
gonna live?
enforce that?
You're not that hacker, are you? No.
What about second hand?
Exactly, you know.
Exactly.
You know.
What about
Can't stop that.
getting his mum to buy it for him?
Such rubbish. But then again, the court case couldn't have got very far, could they? They couldn't have sued him for like millions he doesn't have and he's not going to pay.
Can't find it.
So
That's absolutely
Waste of
genius. That's his punishment there.
he received
Pretty
donations
lame.
for his court case as well.
Pretty lame.
Oh my god.
He made $28,000
Really?
in donations to help pay against his court case.
So yeah, Mac, what did he do? He hacked. He just was the first
He
hacker
jailbroke the PS3, yeah.
to break the PS3, so
Yeah.
you can do all kinds of shenanigans on
Like what?
board.
What can you do?
Well, he claims he didn't do it to promote piracy, but obviously, what's the next step after breaking it open? You know, you're telling people they can get stuff for free on it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
His main motive is apparently to get Linux back on it, but
I want stuff you took from me. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, the PlayStation 3 was advertised as being able to run other operating systems, and then Sony removed that. So you know.
well, it could do at one point at least. So they did uphold the advertising. Just they didn't promise you to get it permanently.
James, as a future, sorry, I'm going to start referring to James McNerney as Mac and James Clements as JC. That's why I introduced them as such, just so there's no confusion.
What are you gonna refer to
JC,
me as?
say what?
What are you going to refer to me as?
Ryan.
Rai
bullshit,
Rai.
man.
I'm going for Rai Rai.
I've called him Rai Rai before. Didn't
go
really
down
stick.
well.
Didn't
No.
stick.
Let's make
Aw.
it stick. It's not going to be happening.
Got angry.
Make it so.
Got angry. JC, as a future policeman officer,
That's me.
how do you feel about this guy's punishment and what he did in the first place?
He should be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
He needs to be put in the stocks and have
Put in the stocks and just
Gravel.
done horrible things from behind. Just horrible, horrible things.
at least he kind of he's a good hacker rather than a bad hacker.
There's no such thing as a good
Really?
hacker. If you're not working for the company, then you're not really a good hacker. Are
I
you?
know, but at least he's not spending his time, you know, being one of those hackers what gets your password and your credit card details and, you know, fucks you that way.
So he's a rubbish hacker, basically. Not one of the ones that are making a load of money.
Well, you know, was Robin Hood a hacker? You know, of old times, of
Kind
olden
of.
days.
Still
Yeah.
a thief.
Did he have a laptop?
He's a hero. He's renowned as being a hero.
What did he hack?
What
the
would
rich-
JC have done back then?
He hacked the rich. And downloaded to the poor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's the worst kind.
What would he have done in the day? Well, he
Yeah,
probably would
exactly.
have, woken up in a bed full of, women of ill faith, which is probably what the police did in those days. And he probably would have gone out and stabbed a few peasants after questioning them loosely about Robin Hood, and then clock out time 5 p.m.
Played a medieval instrument.
back to like the lute,
Like the lute.
until day's end. Super Street Fighter 4 arcade expansion is coming on June the 24th with 4 new characters: Evil Ryu, Oni, or Yoni. I don't know how to pronounce that. Don't chastise me, please. Don't troll me, please. I don't know how to say it. Yun and Yang, plus some other stuff that no one cares about. But 4 new characters, great. Mac, you're loving this news, aren't you?
It's good. It's only been a year since last time, so I've been dying for a new one this year. I'm sure it's going to bring massive changes, right?
It's called DLC.
Yeah, DLC.
What's wrong with expanding a game a year later?
Not really expanding it, is it?
4 characters sounds like an expansion to me.
Probably 4 characters that were in there originally.
Oh, it's not a reduction, though, is it?
Kind of was.
What? Explain that. How's it reduction?
It kind of was. They give you 20 odd characters in 4, and then they give you a couple more for Super Street Fighter 4, and then here's a few more we happen to leave out quite conveniently, and we're going to stick it on disc and make you buy it again.
Still an addition. This is the point of DLC, though. You can add to existing titles down the line.
So I'm assuming you can play online against Street Fighter 4 people and Super Street Fighter 4 guys.
You assume correct.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah. Yes.
No.
You weren't expecting that answer, were you?
No.
Fuck you. Go hack something. Ocarina 3DS has got a launch date as well.
Ooh, when's that?
Hello.
17th of June.
It'll be the same day I get my 3DS then.
You getting one?
Absolutely. For that you have to.
Anyone else getting one?
No.
No?
Heard it makes your eyes bleed.
My eyes are fine.
Although it is an old game, so it might not be very good. As a certain listener believes a lot of old stuff being rubbish, so...
You listening, Mike? Oh, what's he talking about? Oh, to be continued. Ready Game Fire, episode 10, coming up soon. Episode 10 at 10. It doesn't make your eyes bleed. My eyes are fine. I play mine regularly.
Are you wearing your contacts right now, though?
Yeah.
Well,
It's holding all the blood in. But there's that news story that I read in the Metro, that fine journalistic paper, what it is.
Yeah.
The one I go to all the time.
Users have been complaining of medical problems involving 3DS. One user complained of migraines after a long time playing. Another user complained of weird eyes.
Weird eyes.
And then it cut to him and he went, yeah, my eyes just went weird for a bit. And that's it.
Wow.
God, did you get the doctors in on that one? It's fine. I mean,
It
for
should be
God's
banned,
sake.
man.
Shame on you,
Weird
Nintendo.
eyes.
Shame on you.
Worst kind of eyes.
It's the worst kind of eyes. Yeah, this is quick second-hand news. Capcom have also announced, as well as that other item earlier, Dead Rising 2 off the record.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Isn't that the policy they apply to all their games? Whole DLC, cut it off the disc, and post you separately as a separate game.
Pretty much sounds like them.
Same thing again.
Okay, let's get into this. I wasn't going to, but let's get into this. Yeah, no, I agree when DLC is held off of the game on disc for a couple of weeks down the line.
Like what Capcom
That's
do,
like a lot of companies do. That's abusing DLC. But adding content to a game 6 months, a year down the line, that's exactly what it's for.
Or they just cut it out so they can charge you later.
It's not all
'Cause
cut
they know
out
you
though.
will.
But it's not all cut out though, is it?
You don't know that. How
Yes.
do you know that? Have you got insider info?
Yes.
Yeah? How reliable is this insider of yours?
Yeah. So brand new Dead Rising 2 is coming out on disc, starring Frank West and taking place in Fortune City. So there'll be
Pretty cool.
more cameras. You remember Dead Rising 1 with the cameras?
Yeah.
It's back.
With more cameras.
Lots of those erotic shots. Cleavage.
Unlike the Wii version.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I never played the Wii version. Did you?
Briefly.
Oh, dear.
Don't touch it.
Where did you play it?
Mate's house.
Mate's house.
Don't know why.
Drop him.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. Mortal Kombat Legacy. Yeah, we've done that bit.
Oh. I just like that.
It's going to sound great
That's
though.
the bestest bit.
Mortal Kombat Legacy, the web series that I've been well excited about since
too.
that trailer hit last year. JC, did you hear about this?
Me 3.
Did I show you?
Showed it to me.
I did. Yeah,
You
brilliant.
don't remember
Well,
anything.
the
You don't
web.
know anything about me.
Yeah, I'm sort of bland face.
Alright, whatever.
Sometimes when I'm talking to myself, I just assume that you're there. Mortal Kombat Legacy, the webisodes start today.
Yep.
And I was really excited about that. That's April 12th. You want to go watch it? Missionema.com. But then I spoke to Mac.
Yep.
And Kel's surprise, he brought me down.
So Buzz Killington in the house.
Why? What did you say, mate?
I was looking forward to it as well. Like the original trailer, it was like it looked quite cool, but it's 12 minutes long. At least 8 minutes of it they could have cut out, and the fight scene happens for about 30 seconds, and then it stops.
Of course, it's going to stop.
It just
Everything
stops. There's so much cringeworthy dialogue, and yeah.
So you liked the trailer, but you don't like this.
So far, yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll give it the benefit of the doubt though. First episode is going to be slow. They're trying to introduce characters to you, I guess. So
How many marks out of 10 would you give it?
3, 4
Oh,
maybe.
come on. Come on. It can't be that bad.
Because it's called Mortal Kombat 5 out of 10.
There you go.
So there you go. It gets an extra plug.
It's all right.
Oh no, that still bummed me out a little bit.
Still watch it though.
Yeah, I'll still give it a
Yeah, go make up your own minds. It's that, like I say, once again, that's missionema.com. But you'll be able to find it by googling Mortal
I'll watch
Kombat.
it now.
Mortal Kombat Legacy. No, shall we should watch it afterwards.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this when we could be watching Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, why is anyone even listening to this?
So they know.
Watching Mortal Kombat right now.
So they know. They don't know it's out yet.
Okay.
They've been waiting by their iTunes for this to hit. Well, not now. Busy week. Birthday week. It's my birthday. Donate button on the website. Ready Game Fire were present at a little event for SOCOM for Special Forces, brackets US Navy SEALs overseas. And here are a few snippets from that event. Here's your first one. So yeah, hello, what was your name?
My name's Alex Lee. I'm the technical product manager at Sony.
And we're just at the SOCOM event here in London right now, being covered by ReadyGameFire.co.uk. So you were just telling us about what you've been doing with Zipper over the past few days?
Yeah, Zipper and I have been traveling around Europe, showing the game to everyone, and getting some feedback from both the press and the fans as we travel around. And we've learned a lot. We've seen a lot of places. We've had a very, very busy week.
How's the feedback been so far?
It's been great. You know, we've seen a lot of every territory we travel to. We're very excited to see both the co-op mode, which we've been showing, and all of the crazy sort of accessories. You know, playing in 3D, which is really cool. The sharpshooter, which we've seen quite a bit of, and it's been very positive. The trip, yeah.
But the reaction you've got from people so far here has been very positive thus far?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that when people have a lot of preconceptions about what SOCOM is and what they expect it to be, and you know, they're playing in the public beta and giving feedback, and we're using that feedback to help tune the game. Some of the changes people are seeing here tonight, some we hope to get out, you know, in due course. But overall, I think when people play co-op, they really see the game that they wanted to play. So, you know, I think it speaks for itself in that everyone's playing co-op right now.
Now, I haven't played co-op yet. Is Bomb Squad on display here?
Bomb Squad's not playable tonight because it's a competitive MP mode, and we need a few more folk and machine to be able to play it correctly.
I mean, the community are quite excited about Bomb Squads.
Yeah, and I think that people have been playing it online in the public beta, and it's one of the most fun modes because it's kind of unique, you know. Like it's a game mode that you don't get in any other multiplayer game, and it really speaks to the nature of SOCOM, the slightly slower pace and the thought that's required to really be good at the game.
Yeah, it fits in with the SOCOM ethos, doesn't it? The very, very much working with your team, and if one person were to run off by themselves, that would be the end of them, right?
Absolutely, and I think the people that have played it will feel the excitement when they become the Bomb Squad guy, and it's their turn to take their part. And
with their special set of weapons.
So it works out pretty good. Yeah.
I'm very excited to see that in the finished product. Well, thanks for talking to me today. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And here's 3 familiar little voices with their thoughts on SOCOM 4. This is Chris Fox from ReadyGameFire.co.uk at the SOCOM Special Forces event. Now, Stuart Fenn.
Yes, mate.
You've been on Ready Game Fire before.
I've been on once or twice.
People who have listened before may hear your voice and say to themselves, that's a trusted voice that I can trust with my trust.
I suspect they think that's a prick's voice. Get him off your show.
Now, how's SOCOM?
It's really quite good, man. It's a nice surprise. It needs a little bit of recalibration from my mindset before, which was, frankly, Left 4 Dead 2. Run and gun. This is not.
Oh, if you run and gun in this game, you're going to be punished for it, aren't you, immediately? I've seen you've been punished for that sin many times already. We've been here 5 minutes.
If you run and gun, the next thing will be shun. And, you won't be invited back.
Run, gun and shun. I'm going to move on to Steve. Stephen Edwards of readygamefire.co.uk. How's SOCOM working out for you so far?
It's a pleasure, mate. I'm trying to shoot my own men though, and it doesn't kill them. So friendly fire's on. It's a bit shit.
Do the listeners want to hear the opinion of a man who shoots his own men in the back? I just saw it was in the back.
I'll fucking knife him in the back, mate. I'll show you how it's done. Come here, you son of a bitch.
Do you know? Do you get the
Missed it. There we go.
do you get the concept of team play, of playing as a team?
All for one, one for all is something like that. Musketeers are the best.
Excellent. I'm moving over to the last member of the Ready Game Fire team who's here. It's Mark Dallymore. Mark, what are your impressions of SOCOM Special Forces / US Navy SEALs in co-op thus far here today?
I'm actually enjoying it. You know, it's proper co-op and it's not a run and gun shooter. You really got to think about it. It's difficult. There's a lot of places to move about, take cover, and you got to work your way through it instead of just running through as quickly as possible.
It's a game about patience, and it does punish you if you are foolhardy.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. If you just run straight in, you are going to get dropped pretty quick, and but you can res your friends if they go down, so it's not game over. But that's the thing I'm really enjoying. It is difficult. It reminds me a bit of the old Rainbow Six, Vegas 2. So it's good, definitely.
What do you think this game could have that it doesn't have? What do you think's missing?
Well, at the moment I've just played the co-op. I think the missions are, if you want to play co-op, I think it's just certain missions. I don't know if the single player is all co-op, which, that'd be really good, but I think it's just certain missions. So if anything, I'd say, the whole campaign on co-op would be, but it is 5-player co-op. So it's not just 2-player co-op, it's 5-player co-op, which is really good, and you rarely see in games.
I think the answer that we were actually looking for there was boobs, more boobs. Because I've seen none so far.
There's no women in your team yet, as of yet. There's no Vasquez.
Well, the game hasn't yet been released. Fingers crossed. Here's hoping. Ready, game, fire. And this is Travis. This is Chris Fox at readygamefire.co.uk, and I'm here at the SOCOM Special Forces event / US Navy SEALs. And this is Travis.
Hey there, I'm Travis Steiner. I'm the lead designer at Zipper Interactive for SOCOM Special Forces.
And you've had a very, very tiring time of late, haven't you?
I have. It's been we've done 5 countries in 5 days.
5 countries in 5 days? What countries were those?
Let's see, we flew from Seattle, been to Madrid, then been to Milan, Munich, Paris, and now London. So 5 cities in 5 days.
I thought you were going to say England, Ireland, Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Scotland, Wales, no.
Done a lot of jet setting around.
Yeah, it's been busy. We've basically wake up in the morning, go to an event, do the event, get in a cab and go to the airport, fly to the next country.
Very rewarding though when you see the fans' faces, right? Their little faces light up.
Oh yeah, it's really fun. It is exciting. I love traveling to begin with, and then I love seeing the fans play the game, so it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Now, out of these territories that you've been to, which one has responded the most positively to the game?
Oh, it's tough to say. I think today was the first event where we really had more of a fan focus. The other events were more media focused. So definitely it's been great to see the UK fans really excited about the game. But I think the press everywhere has been pretty equally excited.
Oh, yeah, we love SOCOM over here.
Yeah, awesome. And I think that one thing in particular we're excited about with Special Forces is that we've added more regional Special Forces to the game. So, depending on where you're playing the game from in Europe, the nationality of the main characters will actually dynamically change. So play as British Special Forces here in the UK.
So the British guys aren't the bad guys this time around?
I don't know if they've ever really been the bad guys. But...
We're always the bad guys,
really?
Every single time.
Really? I thought it was Nazis and zombies and,
Maybe it's because we're British, we notice it more when we are the bad guys.
Really? Like what?
Well, more recently, Killzone.
Oh, yeah.
You start the game as the bad guys, and they're all very Cockney, very London, and then you switch to the Americans, and they're very all-American hero kind of thing,
Yeah, well, definitely. SOCOM is very pro-British.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
So, say an idiot's guide to SOCOM. You've never played SOCOM. What can it offer people that they haven't seen before, like outside of COD and other, more popular shooters? What are the features that SOCOM offers that will grab the people that nothing else does?
Well, I think it's the team-based gameplay. Yeah. So, in single player, you actually have command of your squad. You're the leader. and you fire a weapon, right? So it's both strategic and action-oriented. And there aren't many games that do that these days. So I think we have great quick commands in there for you. If you're kind of a new player to tactics, it's very easy to do, but we also have more advanced strategies so you can customize your own ambushes if you want. We also are very big on authenticity and innovation. So, it's a very authentic game. You really feel immersed in this combat zone, and one of the great ways we're doing that is through 3D. You really feel that enemy gunfire coming right over your head. One guy I was playing earlier mentioned how he actually felt like he should duck in the middle of it. And then, other innovative aspects about the game, again, the full PlayStation Move and sharpshooter support, more steps towards getting you to really feel, again, like you're the Special Forces soldier in the field of combat.
Very cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, any game plus that.
I know. Who wouldn't want to play that,
I know, right? Thanks for talking about SOCOM. Just very quickly to end, we're a little upstart podcast. In our next episode, we're talking about game transition to film.
Okay.
Out of the video game films that we've seen so far, which one's your favourite?
Which one's my favorite? I can tell you a bunch that I didn't like. I think most of them have been fairly bad. God, what's my favorite? I'm trying to my mind's racing, trying to remember all the. There has been a couple that stood out as being better than the rest. I'm having trouble remembering offhand. I actually thought that the first Resident Evil was it was okay. It wasn't good, but at least it was okay. The other ones are absolutely terrible. But at least, and I thought the same thing about the first Tomb Raider. I think it was decent.
Yeah.
I didn't think it wasn't a great movie, but it was
very big as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was it was decent. So I think those two are the only ones in my mind that are even passable. I think there's a lot of ones that were just terrible. Obviously, Street Fighter and.
Well, I'm a big fan of the original. Well, I say big fan. I mean, out of what we have on offer, I like the original Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, no, the original Mortal Kombat was decent too.
Dead or Alive is fun as well.
I saw Dead or Alive. It was
because of the ladies.
Yeah, yeah. That was about the only thing going for that one, I think.
Do you think SOCOM?
Have you seen House of the Dead?
No,
I haven't either, but I imagine it's terrible.
I only found out recently that there was one.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but
can't be that good.
I can only imagine.
Would SOCOM make a good movie?
I think it would, actually.
Yeah.
I think it would, absolutely.
Well, fingers crossed that we'll see that very soon. Travis, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, like James McNerney's here, and he's got like the best feature in the world, and he's about to drop it now.
I'm really excited about it.
He's going to review games that have yet to come out. It's Mac to the future. Mac, what have you reviewed for us ahead of time?
Alright, instead of picking something fairly obvious like, Uncharted or Gears of War 3 and stuff. What? Anyway, I decided to go for Thria, is what they're trying to spell it as, but otherwise, in English terms, it'd be Fear 3.
Oh, God, okay.
And try to cleverly put a 3 instead of an E.
Hey, man, that is clever. Everyone knows it's... Hold on, it is hard to say. Fear 3.
Yeah, try it. Anyway,
what's the gameplay like?
Gameplay's pretty good. I was quite impressed.
Amazing.
Right, obviously you'll touch upon this on another episode, but in terms of narratives and the Fear series, they're quite good, they're quite strong, they're oddly complicated as well. But to summarise it, it focuses around this little girl called Alma Wade, very similar to like The Ring.
Follow me.
Sort of appearance. Yep.
I'm on the ceiling now. Oh.
Yeah, that was one of her top lines in
was
the game. And yeah, basically she was one of those like 6-year-old girls who experimented on, as you do.
Yeah, one of them 6-year-old girls. One of those sexy 6-year-old girls. That were me.
And she was experimenting on for the next 20 years until they managed to kill her.
Did she die?
Was that their aim? Was that their aim to kill her?
They were intending to keep testing her because she had these natural psychic abilities, and basically they pushed her physically too far, and they forced her to give birth to prototypes.
Don't you hate when that happens?
No! Do it! No! Do it! Okay!
I just picture the scene from South Park there with the whore off of Paris Hilton. So,
but in reverse.
Yeah.
But anyway, to summarise a bit quicker, you play as one of them.
Take your time.
Point Man, in Fear, a very original name, and at the end of the game, basically, it's going to be full of spoilers for you guys, but I don't care.
What?
At the end of the game, basically, Alma is unleashed again, like, because she's so powerful and stuff. She somehow comes back from dead, and she's unleashed, and she destroys the entire facility and everyone who experimented on her.
Fuck.
And you find out near the end of the game that Point Man is her son. Yep. Okay. So that's not a big shocker for you. The main villain in the game, Paxton Fettel, he's also the other son. And,
Say his name again.
Paxton Fettel. It's like feta cheese or something.
Pick a made-up first name or a made-up last name.
Jeremy Paxman with feta cheese.
There you go.
His parents
I'd
gave
buy
him.
that game.
What kind of a game is it? Point and click. Moving on.
It's a very highbrow game. It's too intelligent for any of us.
That's true enough.
And then to take a complete spin on it, in Fear 2 you don't play as Point Man or Paxton Fettel. You play as a complete stranger, Michael Beckett.
Yeah, but I liked playing as him because I'm a stranger to that world.
Yeah. Not the kind of stranger who was lingering over Alma at 6 years old, I hope.
Yeah.
It had one of my favourite last levels, though, in any game, because it was basically you spend... The whole level was called Climax, okay?
Yeah.
So you spend the entire level, like, you're chasing this boss around, like, multiple, like, rocks and stuff, and there's this strange, like, sandstorm or something going around the level.
Yeah.
And you're constantly shooting your gun, like, constantly just firing away into the darkness, and you're killing, like, loads of versions of this bad guy who keeps popping up. Suddenly, your character opens his eyes, he realises some sort of dream sequence, and...
oh my god!
He's actually been raped by Alma. Hence the name Climax, and the machine gun innuendos. And
Genius!
I love it when it ends with the 6-year-old girl who's a ghost raping the guy. Brilliant.
Can you imagine how different the A-Team would have been if Hannibal had said that at the end?
Better.
Oh god.
How much better different.
Would it?
That leads into number 3, is basically Prego Alma, as I'm calling her now.
Hold on. This isn't the one that you're making up. This isn't Fear 3.
Not yet.
That's the end of 2.
Yeah.
That actually happened.
That's actual plot.
Oh my god! I thought you were making this up.
That's actual plot.
I thought you were talking about the end of Fear 3, which you haven't played, which is the part of the point of this feature.
Yeah, you guys summarise 1 and 2, and, you know, that's why I said I'm summarising it.
That actually happened?
Yeah.
Hell.
I'm finishing that game. My god. Kleenex on standby.
So, yeah,
Hot.
So yeah, Fear 3 is like, it goes up into a co-op first-person shooter, because obviously there aren't enough of those on the market, you know. It's
Definitely not.
Always an empty slot for them.
More, please.
You play as either Point Man, you know, the main guy from number 1, or Fettel, the bad guy in number 1. For some reason they're teaming up together now, so I won't bother explaining that yet. And oddly enough, you spend the whole game, you're trying to kill the baby, the 3rd prototype, because you're basically jealous of it. And
Jealous in what way?
Because it gets all of Mummy's love, doesn't it?
Because it's so young and good looking, you know.
Well,
Our characters have aged, you know, weathered by time. It's like, God, look at that baby. So, like, good looking. No
When
wrinkles.
your mum was
That
as
is
hard
one
as you.
supple baby.
I've got to kill that baby.
Yeah, the gameplay in number 3 is quite good as well, because you've got the generic FPS, as always, with Point Man, but you can slow down time as well, and some of the weapons do feel quite meaty as well, like, you know, you got nail guns, things like that, so you can pin people to the walls.
I love nail guns. Quake 1.
Which is good fun. You can play as Paxton Fettel, you know. Yeah.
Every time.
That name's again.
Every time.
It's the feta cheese, anyway. You can play as him too, but he's a bit more different. He hasn't got any guns, so he actually possesses enemy characters. So he gets them to turn on each other.
Cheese power.
Yeah, there you go. Power of cheese.
Only one specific kind of cheese, though.
Baby Bell, surely.
Feta. He's like a cross between a feta and a petal. Rubbish. Who's the other guy? I'll be Point Man.
Point Man. Of course you would. Of course you would. You go for the easiest one.
Wow.
It's quite a scary game. The AI was quite good as well. Throw it in there quickly.
The AI was good. The graphics were good.
Yep, it was a good game. I like it. I want to move on.
This weekend I played Fear 3. And then the teacher will go, you haven't played it, James. It's not out yet.
Oh, well, embarrassing. My little time machine.
Sorry. Okay, so yeah, spoiler alert, blah, blah, blah. Fear 2 ends by waking up from a dream.
Yeah.
You can't...
You don't wake up from a dream per se. You wake up and he's basically having like
Wake up from a wet
hallucinations, and yeah, you wake up and you see her on your lap. Yeah.
Oh.
Thankfully, she's a
Didn't
mature,
wake you, did I?
She's a mature age when you see her on her lap,
Yeah.
so they
Boring.
don't like cross that.
When you say mature, are we talking yummy mummy or...
No, Not quite yummy mummy yet, but at least over 18.
Playing it safe. They're always playing it safe.
Got to.
Okay, so it might not be a dream specifically, but it's a kind of dream. It's still the thing they tell you not to do in school.
Yeah.
They're like, as soon as you ever do creative writing, they say, don't say I just woke up at the end and it was all a dream. Don't do that. And fear, game writers, if it was written...
Well, it's not very original anyway, is it? You had a TV series that ended up being just a dream at the end, didn't it?
God's sake.
Yeah. Knight Rider.
Brilliant.
I thought that was reality.
Brilliant. What's the online like?
Online is pretty good. There's, I was well surprised. There was no lag either when I was playing it. It was quite impressive.
Wow.
The lobbies were full as well.
How is
my mates?
How is the version of Capture the Flag, Capture the Baby? How does that work? It's very good.
They got different forms as well. You got Capture the Paedophile too, things like that. So
yeah, well, obviously you got to flip it around.
Chase him around a little bit.
Yeah,
they named
and you play as the baby.
Yeah, of course, absolutely, naturally.
Baby's got weapons.
Yeah, he does indeed.
Amazing.
There's even a mode where you play as Alma, and the objective is to recreate the end scene of Fear 2, to phrase it nicely. And
the objective is to rape.
To rape
Just
them all.
say it.
Rape them all.
Just so let us all get into the mindset of a female rapist, which to all of us at the moment is a complete mystery. How does that work?
Turn on.
It's a mystery / turn on.
Worked in this game apparently.
There's no apparently. You've played it and finished it.
Well, yep, I did indeed actually.
Threer.
And I'm not going to spoil the ending for number 3 for you. Just keep it a little bit suspense-filled anyway. But
thanks.
The baby doesn't make it. Anyway,
Oh no!
Oh God!
So I'd give this game a 7 out of 10. I reckon it's pretty good. It's pretty sweet. It's better than most things that have come out in the same month of May.
Yeah, shit month, wasn't it? There you go, exclusive, first review to hit. That's Threer, reviewed by Mac in Mac to the Future. And now, here's a brand new feature from a man you probably haven't heard from before. He works in the business side of RGF. His name is Dan Holden, and this is Holden Axe.
Welcome to a brand new feature with Ready Game Fire. It's Holden Axe, starring Dan Holden, where Dan Holden discusses which franchise he thinks needs to be axed. So Dan, what's it to be?
Killzone.
Thank you very much. That was Holden Axe. Goodbye.
Thanks, Dan. Informative.
Insightful.
You can't argue it though.
No, can't
very
argue
convincing.
That. Can't argue that. Yeah, descriptive. Now, JC, what does WWW stand for?
I can help you out with that one. It's World Wide Web.
Incorrect.
Uh-oh.
It stands for World Wide Webwoods, and here it is.
Hello and welcome to World Wide Webwoods, a new Ready Game 5 feature where I travel around the globe and interview a famous video game character from around the world. I'm going to ask the questions that need to be asked, no matter what the consequences. He's got the whole world, Wide Web Woods, he's got the whole world, Wide Web Woods, he's got the whole world, Wide Web Woods, and interview is Solid Snake. On this opening episode, my guest is the one and only Solid Snake from the Metal Solid series.
You mean Metal Gear?
The Metal Gear series. So Snake, pleasure to meet you. You're a world-renowned super spy. But I want to know, is that not a bit of a contradiction? Surely if you're world-renowned, you couldn't really be a very good super spy.
What are you talking about?
Well, I was just saying, surely to be a good spy, you shouldn't be so internationally recognizable.
Who are you?
I'm Stephen Edwards.
What do you want?
I'm here to interview you. I work for Ready Game Fire.
I don't give a crap about you and your company.
Ooh, okay, I'm going to move away from that question. Clearly a bit of a touchy subject. So, Double S. Can I call you Double S?
No.
But it sounds like we're quite matey if I call you that.
I just said no.
Okay. So Snake, you've got quite a renowned history with one Liquid. Jeez, sit down, Snake. He's not here or anything. So clearly you and Liquid have quite a... Fucking hell, Snake. Can you stop screaming so play loudly? Get off the table. This isn't how we're going to do things.
Your hands are shaking.
Are you surprised with all your jumping around and screaming? Enough to make a humble interviewer quite nervous. So I'm guessing you and LS have quite a bit of history.
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past.
Couple of run-ins, interesting way of putting it. It says here he fought you in a helicopter, in a Metal Gear, and on top of a Metal Gear. Sounds like more than a couple of run-ins to me.
You sure you're not forgetting something?
Oh yeah, sorry. And you also had to find a couple of Jeeps as well. So what happened to LS in the end? Do you still stay in touch?
Dead. By my own hand.
Ooh, moving on. So Snake, any family?
I don't have any family. No. Wait. There was a man who said he was my father.
Oh, great. Okay. So how is Papa Snake keeping?
Dead. By my own hand.
Oh, really? Your own dad?
Some people just need killing.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I understand. I mean, yeah, I've had similar experience myself. I mean, once there was a big spider in the bathroom, and I'm not talking, normal size. I'm talking really big, like size of my hand big.
I don't believe you.
No, straight up. And usually I try and scoop him up and throw him outside. But I thought, this guy's just too big. So I thought, some spiders just need killing.
Why don't you stop playing dumb?
No, I'm not playing dumb. I thought it was similar, me with the big spider, you with your father.
Huh. Hell with you.
No, Snake, don't leave. No, Snake, no. I'll keep it light. No more questions about dead relatives. So, Snake, perfect Sunday?
This is bad.
Alright, Snake, I'm trying, This is my first ever interview.
God's got a sense of humor, all right.
What does that even mean, that God has a sense of humour? Snake, where are you going? Don't walk out, Snake. I was going to ask you what your Desert Island disc was going to be. Snake, come back. Snake!
Pretty bird.
I watched that the other day.
Pretty bird.
Polly want a cracker?
Pretty bird.
Oh man, I watched the feature on the DVD, and the actor goes.
I cried at that bit so hard when I saw it.
The actor goes, yeah, I threw in that Polly want a cracker line. I mean, it wasn't in the script, but I just said it anyway.
You loose cannon.
I was like,
they didn't set it up for you, did they?
I was like, oh, well done. Polly want a cracker? How did you conjure up that line when you're talking to a bird?
It's very original,
magician.
An actual decent bit of ad-lib news from that movie, though. Jim Carrey ad-libbed We Landed on the Moon.
Yep. He's great at ad-libbing. He does a lot of it. You remember the whole
Game films. Oh dear, what's gone wrong over all these years? Have you seen some of them?
Unfortunately.
I've seen all of them.
Jesus, have you seen all of them?
Oh yeah, all of them. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I saw Super Mario Brothers when I was very young. When it was in the cinema.
Terrible film.
I went with some older friends, and yeah, it is a terrible film. It's actually one of the better ones that's out there, though.
It is.
It doesn't say
one
much,
of the shining lights.
No, it doesn't say much.
No,
at all.
it came out in 1986 as well. So here we are, 25 years later, and we've made.
It didn't come out in '86.
The film did not.
The film did not, because I didn't see it when I was 1.
It came out '86. You might want to look it up, and I'll prove you wrong.
Prove me wrong. Don't quote Benoit.
What? Who?
Killed his family.
Who? What?
Chris Benoit.
What monster?
Killed his family.
Sorry, I get all my info from WWE.com, and his name doesn't exist there.
Sorry.
So
Okay,
what?
you think Super Mario Brothers came out in 1986?
It did come out.
The movie.
Didn't think it did.
The movie.
The movie did.
So I saw it in the cinema when I was 1.
I don't know if you did.
Do you want to put a wager on it?
Have a look.
Wager. Do you want to put some money on it?
I got it from IMDb.
How much money do you want to put on it?
We could sell this. We could sell this right now.
Just wiki it.
£200.
Wiki it. I got the info from there. I can't.
You got it from Wiki? Are you not thinking it? You're thinking about the game.
IMDb.
You looked up the game.
Maybe that's what I meant.
Bob Hoskins was
I looked up
still doing
video
serious
game
films
movies,
back then.
and it gave me a list of stuff.
Okay, listeners, I'm breaking the no internet.
I'm
breaking the no internet rule, but I have to prove.
I'm out of here.
You got to. Sometimes you just have to wipe the smug smile off of his face.
Right, Bob Hoskins hadn't even done Who Framed Roger Rabbit by then, so he was still golden.
What does it say on the screen?
Oh,
86, yeah. There we go.
It says 1993.
John Leguizamo was nay a little fetus at the time of '86, probably. But yeah, no, I've memories. I've vivid memories of it, of the movie opening, because it was like the NES music, and my mate leant in and went, "Old school Mario," and I went, "Yeah, I'm only 1 year old, but yeah, old school Mario. Can you help me with all this popcorn?" Yeah,
Sounded like a girl.
Well, I was 1.
And female.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough.
It's one of the better ones.
It is.
It's one of the better ones. When's the last time you saw it, you guys?
Once. I watched it once when I was
on
young.
at Christmas a few years ago. Yeah.
I just remember Yoshi dinosaur looking a bit ridiculous.
Freaking scary.
You mean Yoshi the Velociraptor?
Cute as he
You're
is.
getting confused with Jurassic Park.
He's a raptor.
Same year.
Not yet.
1993.
Hey Yoshi, and he's like, and I'm like, oh, isn't he cute? It's
so
the lovable
adorable.
Yoshi. Bowser is just Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
With a lizard tongue.
Well, they could have made a better choice, really.
That was '93, and
Since then.
no one's improved upon that formula since then. Really, I mean,
Street Fighter,
There's
94.
ups and downs, but there's no real improvement. It's just sort of straight line.
Well, why? So where are these studios going wrong? They're just not caring enough. James McNerney, you once said to me, and I quote, "There will never be a good video games movie."
That's a bit.
And I stand by it.
It's a bit strong, isn't it?
That's crazy. Of course there'll be a good
there
games
will.
movie. District 9 was nearly the Halo movie, and that would have been amazing.
Well, you already proved me wrong with the date, but Mario came out when? 93? And here we are 18 years later and they still can't get a decent video game movie.
Well, there are decent ones.
I haven't seen any of them then.
Good.
I'm
great.
a big fan of the Mortal Kombat movie.
It's brilliant.
As you heard me say to Travis earlier on, I like the Mortal Kombat movie. I think that one holds up really well.
Mortal Kombat movie is
If
great.
you try watching it now though, it looks horrible.
That's
really
besides the point.
horrendous film.
Yeah, but it's fueled by nostalgia, isn't it?
That's the thing.
It's
As a
great
film
movie.
though, it was terrible. It was just good in the sense that if you played the game, you're like, look, it's Shang Tsung. Oh my god, it's Scorpion. So they couldn't go wrong as far as you're concerned, but really, they went wrong.
Unlike the Mario Brothers movie, though, it was canon. You've got the characters as they are.
Yeah,
You've
which is
got the
fair enough.
moves. You've got the locations.
I did
and I mean,
appreciate that.
from a fighting game, it's pretty much the best you're going to get, unless you're very clever.
I'll agree with that, definitely, yeah. In terms of all the video game films I've seen, I would say Mortal Kombat's the top one.
It's got Christopher Lambert in it, for
Yeah,
God's sake.
exactly.
What about Dead or Alive?
Wow.
I was just about to mention that. That for me is a number 2.
It's very sexy.
I saw it
Are we talking
recently.
about an actual number 2 or?
It was an actual number 3. Yeah, I watched Dead or Alive. We watched Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li, and DOA in the same night. And I have to say, DOA was
significantly better.
It is quite. It's quite enjoyable. It works. It's almost exactly the same as Mortal Kombat, but with more sexy ladies.
Yeah.
Which helps us guys, right?
Hell yeah.
And
Help
if you
me
don't like that kind of thing, gents, Kevin Nash is in it, and he's a man. But yeah, it's similar. You know, same kind of stick, kind of harmless, trashy popcorn fun. I mean, but that seems as if that's the best that we can hope for from video game movies at the moment. Look at the Resident Evil movies.
Oh, they were terrible. I despise those.
They're hit and miss. There's some things about them.
Don't know, man.
Which are okay.
Like
All
what?
the hit bits they must have edited out of the film then.
Well,
the whole
yeah,
thing is giant
obviously,
miss.
you're going to throw the good stuff in there for everyone to see, are you?
Where is Leon S. Kennedy?
And his brilliant hair and
His
jacket.
awful hair and jacket.
Well, all I know is that they've actually started to throw some of the more recognisable characters in more recently.
Well, like Alice.
Is that a good thing?
Alice, yeah.
Really?
Redfield.
Really?
No,
They
like
don't
Wesker.
stop talking about Alice in the games, do they?
Wesker was in 4.
Yeah, and I hate the thing what they've done to his character.
He was awful.
In what?
In number 4, I didn't watch it, so
Well, how do you know?
because I've got no faith in Michael Anderson or
Mila Jokovic.
Do you mean Paul Anderson?
yeah, there you go. So edit all that out.
Who's Michael?
Paul W. Anderson.
Who's Michael
Who's
Anderson?
Michael Anderson? What the
Michael
fuck's he ever done to you?
Yeah, I meant Paul Anderson. Apologies, I'm completely wrong.
There are 3 Andersons though.
That's
It is
the thing.
confusing. So it's Paul W.S.
Paul
Anderson.
W. Maybe W.S.
He must be doing something, right?
WWW.
He is married to Mila Jokovic. Jovovich.
There you go.
How the
Maybe
fuck do you
he's
pronounce
just
her name?
Call that Alice.
For the benefit of the audio, JC is making a large penis size. With a bob hands.
Very
Not
nice.
personally.
It's really nice, Michael Power. Hello, Michael. Like. Resident Evil films, same deal. So what's the problem? Are these production companies just not caring enough? Even though now we're living in an age where video games are more popular and established.
No, I think they do care. I think they really are trying. They just come out shit. It's just the problem that they can't seem to get around.
This is what we're here to answer.
There's a lot of reasons, really. It's, for example, like, when you play the game first. Now, you got your game, you got your 10-hour game, and it's got a set storyline that they spent a lot of time going into, and then, they get a movie and they say, okay, we're going to make a movie about this game.
And we're not
going to use that.
They've only got 2 hours to tell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They can't use that. That's not their fault necessarily. So they got to come in with all their great, brilliant director ideas and make it up as they go along, basically.
Things get Hollywoodized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, you've seen the results of what happens when shit like that happens.
It's strange though, because you get a lot of like books to films do work, and those kind of characters take a lot longer to develop. So,
but books are narrative, full stop. The reason why games are so engaging is because for the first time ever, and by that I mean before video games are around, you get to take control of the protagonist. It's happening to you. Even though you're playing as a character, you're living what's going on. The terror is real because it's in your face, and it's just not up on some screen affecting some people that
some jackass
we don't give a shit about. And that's why, or one of the reasons why, the movie game thing hasn't worked, because it's not as personal, right?
I agree.
Agreed. That's true.
Agreed.
Thing is, what they need to do is to set these movies in the universe of these games. I mean, when the Halo movie comes out, possibly don't set it around Master Chief. Make it more like Halo Reach, some other grunts, a different team that players haven't played as, and then when they see the movie, they're like, well, I wouldn't have done that, or this is not how I would have played the story. Set it in the universe. Tell a different story,
Yeah,
but then again, they've tried that with the Resident Evil, and what happened there?
Awful. Well, that's as soon as you try and use the source material properly, you open yourself up to ridiculous amounts of criticism.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're always gonna.
Oh, Master Chief wouldn't do that. He's too cool to do that shit, man.
Yeah.
I left halfway through the movie to go home and post my bad feelings about it on the internet. I don't even know how it finished.
Smartphone, mate.
I haven't. Yeah, sorry. The Resident Evil movie is bad when you finally get to see the zombies, and I was like, oh god, oh great, here are the zombies.
Well,
man, when I saw the zombies, I thought, this is dog shit. I'm not scared of those zombies. Shitty zombies.
Again, there's back to the problem that Ryan was mentioning. The fact they've only got an hour and a half to 2 hours. They need to make this badass looking bad guy, and then he's somehow he's fallible. He can be killed in an hour and a half's time. Oh, but he's dead.
But these stories can be told in like an hour and a half long action movies, can't they? 2 hours.
Yeah.
So they can't use that as an excuse.
No, they can't. I don't know. They just don't come out right. Have you seen Doom?
Doom's a lot of fun.
It was, wasn't it?
I've not seen it.
Do you not like
The Rock in it, man?
I didn't watch it. It was a video game film.
God, ignore him.
That cool little first-person shooter sequence, and he goes around shooting everyone.
It's a lot of fun. You are waiting for that bit, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, once you've heard that bit in there, that's what you're waiting for. I did try and watch it a second time, and it didn't rivet me as much.
But he does have the big gun.
It is good when Rock circles the BFG for about an hour, doesn't he? Just licking his lips, going, "Oh, big fucking gun! Oh, the things I'm gonna do to you, big fucking." To play with myself. Mac, you like Hitman? Hitman movie good?
No.
Okay, moving on.
No.
Timothy Olyphant bad.
Oh God, I
he's a decent actor, I reckon, but
of course,
awful.
He was great in Scream 2. I'll be right back.
See, I can never figure out which is from Scream and which is from Scary Movie. They just sort of mold into.
I do because I don't watch scary movies. Huh? They're shit.
You haven't seen them?
And Scream's really good, is it?
Better than Scary Movie.
That'd be ridiculous.
Scary Movie's a parody of a parody. That's what those Wayans brothers don't. I fucking hate the Wayans brothers.
Okay.
Can you talk for a bit while I just have my head in my hands?
You got migraine.
Yeah, I agree with that comment. Since he picked Ryan to carry on.
Oh, I don't like those black guys. Say something, black man. Go.
When I was working in HMV, under the headline Black Cinema, it was just Wayans brothers movies.
Really?
Spike Jonze.
And I was like, really? Just Wayans
That's
Brothers.
all we got, man. That's all we got.
Basically, I was criticised for trying to recommend a film from the black cinema section to a customer by a black guy. He said, "You don't know what you're talking about."
Did you say it just like that?
And I went, "Get out! We don't serve your kind in here. Rude people." Yeah, no, he said he let it go.
Well, he had a good reason.
Oh, why?
What the hell are you working on a Wayans Brother movie for?
I wasn't recommending a Wayans Brothers.
Jesus
Christ.
No, if you looked hard enough, there was a copy of The Colour Purple behind White Chicks.
I would have gone for White Chicks.
Oh man, I've seen White Chicks.
It's not that bad.
Are you kidding? Man, I'll take
up a laugh on it.
I would take any video game movie over White Chicks.
What about Big Mama's House?
Big Mama's House. What's the latest one called?
There it is.
There it is. What's it called? Big Mama's your mama, your daddy. Put your money, mama, where your mouth
Like
is.
son or something.
That's it. Big Mama's like father, like son.
Yeah. First one wasn't too bad, the whole scene with the
first one,
mother
yeah.
praying in the toilet. Oh Jesus! Son.
I haven't seen it.
It's not entirely terrible.
It's Martin Lawrence.
He's entirely terrible.
He's the
Blue
star.
Streak's not bad.
Blue Streak. Once again, don't go back and watch Blue Streak. It's awful.
Oh.
Even when he talks about getting his federale hood. Shit.
Martin Lawrence is lame. He's so lame in Bad Boys. He's the fucking joke one in the film with Will Smith. Come on.
Mike Larry. That bit's good. And when he goes, and some Skittles. That bit's good.
Have you seen Tekken movie?
No, it's not out yet. Is it? It's on my love film.
Yeah,
list.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I haven't seen
I'll
it
wait for
actually.
to
Now
come
that I
to the
remember.
cinema, actually, because I don't like, illegal stuff is not really.
What's
my
all this
thing.
about piracy?
Looks like they've streamed it, James, off some site.
Jesus.
I didn't say anything.
I heard.
He streams movies. Okay,
That's
just
cool.
getting that out of the way. Speechless.
This is exactly
Commissioner of
what's wrong
Police,
with
if
the
you're
police.
listening, I'm so sorry.
Can you get them to listen?
Yeah.
Say I've done a podcast, sir. And they'd be like, "God, why are you always bringing that? I got the hospital breathing down my neck. You destroyed 2 buildings bringing me this podcast.
This isn't Last Action Hero. Oh God, I wish it was.
Your boss isn't like that.
And then the hot shot cops walk past you and goes, "Looks like you messed up again." Of course there'll be good video game movies, Mac. They said there wouldn't be any good comic book movies back in the day. Imagine that.
Look at us now.
Comic book movies, like, when was the first Superman movie out? JC?
1978.
Okay, cool. Well, around then there was a lot
If
of
I'm wrong, fuck you.
Captain America's Spider-Men's out at the time. Spider-Men's.
Spider-Man's. Phil Spider-Man's.
And they were terrible. And people said comic books will never work as movies. Now look what's happened.
Now look.
The Dark Knight's all
Zack
right.
Snyder, that's
amazing.
what happened.
I want to be proven wrong, but
You will be.
18 years later,
One day.
not been proven wrong yet. So
Just go watch a Yui.
What do you mean? You made this point 18 years ago, did you?
yes, I did. Yes, I did. I sat there watching Mario, and I was like, they'll never make a good game.
You had the same voice. You were going,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Same cynical self.
so world beaten at aged
That's the one.
God. Ah, my God. Yeah, I mentioned Tomb Raiders earlier. They weren't great.
No.
By any means.
I've only
Even
watched
if Rimmer's in them.
first.
As well, when you try and cast a high-profile actor in the role as a game character, it just becomes that actor playing the character. There's no way that was Lara Croft, was it? Was it?
Yeah, but that's again the problem with these Hollywood movies. You need a recognisable name to sell a movie. They'll never go with an unknown. Will they?
It's better that way.
And another problem, that, with these superhero movies that I was just talking about, you see a lot of instances where, because the actors have got to get their face on screen. Iron Man's got his helmet off a lot of the time.
Fucking Spider-Man, innit? Fucking... Tobey Maguire, keep the fucking mask on for 5 fucking minutes.
Spider-Man 3 is the best one.
ridiculous.
Put your mask on and do that dance. If you got the spider balls.
Pretty annoying.
So maybe when we do see a Halo movie, Master Chief will be walking around with his helmet under his hand going, "Hey," and they'll be like, "Nick Cage, what you be doing here?" And he'll be going,
He'd make a fucking awesome Master Chief.
Win an Oscar then.
It's like the what was it, Judge Dredd movie, where he has the helmet on for approximately 4.5 minutes.
Yeah,
And
the
then
helmet.
The rest of the movie.
It's like, my helmet's got knocked up. Double whammy.
Because in the new one, they're making he's not allowed to take the helmet off.
Oh, really? It's Carl Urban, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
From Doom. Tomb Raider didn't work. Hitman didn't work. Resident Evil didn't work. Mortal Kombat. It's a lot of fun.
It is good times.
As long
as you do have fun with some of them, those are the ones you remember, at least.
Yeah, but once again, it's.
You remember Street Fighter, don't ya?
We'll come back to that in a second.
Julia.
Mortal Kombat.
God bless him.
Just while we're talking about Mortal Kombat briefly, I mean, forget the first film for a second, and let's talk about Annihilation, which I revisited the other day for this podcast.
For fuck's sake!
I mean,
dedicated.
The budget for that film was nothing, as far as I could tell.
Sure it was.
When I was younger, I was genuinely excited for that film.
I was so excited, and it was shit when I was little. So when I was going to watch it the other day, I thought, well, if this was shit when I was young and like easily impressed by everything, you know.
I remember I read like a preview, and it was like, rumor is there are going to be animalities in this film. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, you got your wish, didn't you?
I got what I wanted.
I still remember how Shao Kahn transforms as well. That looked ridiculous. Like, he's looking upwards, it was like his neck's really stretched like a giraffe.
Jesus. Yeah, but then Liu Kang turns into a dragon. That's not even
a dragon.
The dragon.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it.
He's just like this little og monster thing.
It's fucking ridiculously bad.
Dying in a tank going.
It's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
JC, what's your favourite game movie?
Oh, that's difficult.
It's Mario, isn't it?
It's got to be Mario.
Luigi, we're the aliens.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
It's, man, it's bad, and that's why video games haven't been taken seriously by the rest of the population of this planet who didn't play them, because that's the kind of stuff that they'd see. They'd be like, oh, what video games is this? And you've got Bob Hoskins prancing about on screen, literally saying the phrase, "Trust the fungus."
Oh yeah,
it's pretty cool when they use the SNES scope as a weapon. Yes, we spoke about Street Fighter.
Oh no,
which is yeah. It was a trying watch.
Kylie.
Jean-Claude Van Damme from Brussels playing an American. Kylie Minogue from Australia playing an English. Do I need to go on? Oh yeah, the guy who plays Honda, who's supposed to be a Japanese sumo wrestler. Just a fat Samoan guy in a Hawaiian shirt.
Close enough.
Oh god. At one point though, he does go, oi. I was like, yes, brilliant, a reference, finally.
That's what he got paid for.
Blanca was the one I laughed at.
Oh god, it was
what are you doing? We've shown him pictures of war and bad things for a while.
He's ruined.
He's gone green. Dalsim's just an Indian bloke.
It's so bad.
Here's the best bit though. So Bison's plans, General Bison, which was this Julia? Was it?
Yeah.
Raul Julia?
Gomez Adams.
It was his last movie, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
Was it really his last movie?
What a way to bow
tragic. But he did. He like went for the role like 100%.
Oh yeah, he was.
It comes across. He was good. He was very good.
Yeah.
Well, apparently when they were going to do the live action Street Fighter the movie game, which you can find out there if you look hard enough for 3DO.
I'm not going to do that.
Like he was well up for doing all the mocap, but before he passed away.
Sorry, could you explain that technical term for all of our
That's motion capture. That's motion capture.
Thank you.
Anyway, so Bison, he's got a little too much on his plate, I think, in that movie. He wants to create the world's finest super soldier in Blanca by showing him footage of bad stuff. The bad stuff. And then he goes on about he wants to build Bisonopolis. Which is like a city or a theme park or like an evil theme park, which is always what Robotnik / Eggman always wants to do. Bisonopolis. And then 3, this seems just like spur of the moment, and he goes, well, we'll see how the English react when I kidnap their queen! Too much!
Naked Gun.
Maybe focus on one of those.
No.
Soldier, Bisonopolis, Queen.
He's a villain big enough to take them all on.
Well, no, he's not, because he got brought down. That's why, because he was trying to do too much at the same time.
Did you see him fly?
Yeah, I saw him fly.
Truly memorable scene.
He's a bondage postman at best.
That's great, isn't he? I mean, it's. You want to say, it's just a camp bit of fun. It's camp. I didn't have much fun.
I did back then.
Because I hadn't seen it all the way through until recently. I'd seen like most of it when I was younger, but My God. I mean, maybe if I did see it then, I'd like hold it in the same regard as Mortal Kombat, but you wouldn't. It's not.
No, it's
no.
not. It's
Okay.
Not
The best bit though is at the end where they all do their winning poses and it says.
That is actually the best bit.
It genuinely is.
It genuinely is.
Skip to the end.
Really, not much else.
You know, Ray Park was stunt double on that as well. The one who played Darth Maul.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was one of the guys doing backflips and stuff there.
You know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning. The same tin that happened to everything else. We want you to drop the accent for number 2, Hallie. Okay. We're bringing entertainment to dozens of people, so it's worth it.
Dozens?
Literally dozens.
Dozen?
Sounds more accurate.
But
probably just over 1 dozen.
50% of
2
1
dozen. We're bringing it to dozen of you people out there.
And we're rounding up, by the way.
By 10.
The old Street Fighter movie, though, I'll take any day of the week over The Legend of Chun-Li, which I have watched all the way through.
Abysmal.
Oh yeah, have you seen it? You guys seen it?
No.
Did you see it, Jay-Z?
What the fuck?
I mean, we need someone to play Vega. We need someone to play Vega. Who's got long hair? And then one of these overpaid Hollywood fat cats goes, the guy from Black Eyed Peas got long hair. Like, brilliant, cast him in the movie.
He's Spanish, yeah, that's fine.
That's the thing, they change it though. Like, in the movie, he's Mexican and he wears the mask because he's so ugly. If you want to watch a Street Fighter movie, go and watch the original anime. The original manga,
so
rather.
good.
It's
So
brilliant.
good.
The Chun-Li Vega fight is great.
In the shower.
And the shower scene. You get to see her animated boobs. Whenever I see animated boobs, do you know what I think of? The fat guy who probably animated them.
Yeah.
Drawing them going,
but he's so talented.
it's
He
not
knows
good.
how to imagine what a boob looks like
That's
quite well, doesn't he?
Man, if only I had
God
what he
bless
had.
those men.
Yeah, what would we do without him?
Have we covered them all?
No, I saw Prince of Persia last year.
Didn't watch it.
No fucking Persians in that movie, is there?
Man, I forgot to mention that.
Bunch of guys running around all tanned up.
It's the highest rated
Bullshit.
film on Rotten Tomatoes. Highest rated video game film with 36%.
Oh my God.
No, okay.
36 the height. That is bad, isn't it?
It was entertaining.
No, it wasn't. I hated it. It was
It was so bad. Like,
Really?
it was so bad. It's awful. There's no storyline in it at all. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's just
good hair though.
absolute
Good
rubbish.
hair on that lead.
Yeah, he's good. And Ben Kingsley is just like fantastically villainous.
Yeah, what is Ben Kingsley, who played Gandhi, doing in that Prince of Persia?
and Hood in Thunderbirds. Let's not forget.
All right, fair enough. You're right. He's done some.
If
Come
you want a
on.
villain, that's where you go.
Yeah. I forgot about that Prince of Persia thing. It's nice to see though. At least it was pushed quite heavily.
Yeah, you know, it was sort of
the budget was
it was a
pretty big.
big summer blockbuster attempt.
The names in the movie were big, like we said.
Jake
Kingsley,
Gyllenhaal's looking all right.
Gyllenhaal looked amazing.
Rough.
I mean, like, I'm a straight man, but he saved that movie for me. One day I'll be a straight man.
No.
One day you'll get Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, yeah.
He is gay. I saw a documentary of him and his mate.
That's disgusting.
It's a documentary.
You know, Hugh Jackman is supposedly gay as well.
That's fine.
So
Shut your mouth! You
That's
can't
what they
say
say.
slanderous things like that. You can't just come out and say Hugh Jackman is gay.
that's what they say.
He's not.
That's what they say.
I've heard
Yes.
Daniel Craig.
What?
With Hugh
Where are you
Jackman.
guys getting this from? Where are you guys getting this from? This reminds me of when my mate goes, yeah, Little John and the whole crunk scene. They're gay. I went, what? And he went, yeah. Whole crunk scene's gay. And I went, no. And he went, yeah.
He got you good, man.
So anyway, that's the topic of the week. Gay movie stars that haven't yet come out as being gay. Who else do we think is gay?
Harrison Ford.
What?
George Clooney.
I was a bit surprised.
George Clooney's not gay.
Yeah,
Come
why?
on.
He's never married.
Yeah, why ain't he married then?
Never.
He ain't no girl good enough for him.
That's true.
And no man either.
Yeah, that's damn right.
Clooney, damn it.
Man, I'd just melt in his arms.
Probably still make up his mind, I guess.
Dreamy.
Mac, what did you just say about Hitman?
Did you know that the Hitman film apparently took just over 17 million to make, and then it raked in over 100 million at the box office?
And therein lies the problem, because these movies still make the money.
Yeah.
They will continue to make the movie.
That's right. You can look forward to Hitman 2, 3, and 4.
Well, apparently,
What about 5?
Whoa, slow down.
Hey, I want 5.
apparently
now.
Timothy Olyphant doesn't want to do Hitman 2.
Smart man.
That's when you know a film's bad.
You think they need him? They need him.
They raped that character without
Luke Ray
him, so
Scott
it's all
probably
right.
does.
Any bald guy can step into his shoes.
They raped that character.
They're raping me.
Oh my god.
Right, so we've sat here and we've spoke about what video game movies are shit. But what can Hollywood do to what can these?
I'll tell you what they do. They start off. You find that jackass filmmaker Yui Bowl, and you burn his house down while he's still in it. Or movies like Blood Rain 1 and 2. And have you seen the Dungeon Siege movie? Have you actually seen that movie?
No.
It's got Jason Statham in it. It's got fucking Ray Liotta playing the bad guy, walking around, throwing books around, going, "Oh, I can do magic and shit."
Oh, he's falling
It's
on.
bullshit. There's this ridiculous string of actors in it as well.
But go and see Ray Liotta in Street Kings 2 though.
What is the? I can do magic and shit.
Do magic and shit.
Is it that bad?
It's really bad. In all seriousness, if you really don't have anything better to do,
Go and burn down Yuri Bowl's house.
yeah, it's just.
You'll have our endorsement, and one of us is a policeman. Go and do it.
I wasn't looking when it happened.
They need to maybe do what we've recommended. Don't maybe cast a recognisable game character with a Hollywood A-lister.
Yeah.
Work within the universe, but maybe tell a different story.
Yeah, another.
Don't stay too close to canon, but don't divert too far from canon.
Isn't that simple enough?
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
Just
Not
do it
asking a
right.
lot, are we?
Yeah, just do it right.
God's sake.
Shorter. No, shorter than games. No, that's a problem.
Too short. Oh god.
Too short, mate. Longer.
It should be longer. I mean, we can split up, Lord of the Rings style.
Yeah, I agree with Mac. Stop making them.
Basically.
They can't be saved. They can't be
Basically.
saved. So basically, we've got no solutions for you. You have to just think of it yourselves. You get paid enough. How about giving us a good Pac-Man movie?
Tetris. We talked about it the other day.
No,
John Tetris.
John Tetris. There's blocks all falling about.
Government's after him, doesn't know why, confused. All he wants to do is put his boxes where he's got to put them.
God damn it, Tetris.
The man is just trying to oppress him.
I'd buy
Fuck
tickets
you,
for that.
man.
I'll go see John Tetris.
I'd see that.
Played by Will Smith.
I just can't wait to hear the rap at the end. It'll be brilliant. Oh,
Done it again.
no listener mail this time, but we're stockpiling them. Email us at readygamefire@gmail.com. All the emails that we get in go into a hat. We'll draw the names out of the hat on an episode, and the winner will get a Steam code for Portal 2, which is out on the 21st of April. That's right, the full game of Portal 2 on PC through Steam. So it's worth sending in a question. That email address is readygamefire@gmail.com. Subscribe to the iTunes feed. It's fixed now. There was a problem, but now all you got to do is look up Ready Game Fire on iTunes on your PC or your mobile device, and it'll come up. You can get it. It's free. Subscribe on iTunes. Get individual episodes on your mobile device. Please rate and review us on iTunes. It really, really helps. Like, if enough of you rate us, we might get featured, and obviously that'll do wonders for us. So if you like us, and obviously you do because you're listening, please rate and review us when you're on iTunes. It takes 2 seconds. You can do it on your mobile phone or on your PC. Please rate and review us. We're on Twitter, Ready Game Fire. We're on Facebook, Ready Game Fire. Search for both. Please like us. Please follow us. That's it. It's been another bloody great show. So it's goodbye from me. Goodbye from JC.
Joy ho, everybody. Joy ho.
Goodbye from Mac.
Ciao.
And goodbye from Ryan Crawford.
Laters.
Yeah, see you later.